Maine Mendoza stands firm, a heartfelt plea to protect Alden Richards from hate. In a world where social media can quickly turn admiration into criticism, actress and television personality Maine Mendoza has stepped forward with a message that is both powerful and deeply human. Kindness still matters. Recently, Maine openly defended her longtime friend and former on-screen partner Alden Richards, urging fans and netizens alike to stop spreading hate toward him. Her message wasn't just a casual statement, it came from a place of sincerity, concern, and emotional awareness. According to Maine, the backlash and harsh comments being directed at Alden are not only unnecessary, but also deeply hurtful, especially considering his sensitive and emotional nature. For years, Alden has built a reputation not just as a talented actor, but as someone who genuinely cares about people. Behind the spotlight, beyond the fame, is a person who feels deeply, someone who internalizes both love and criticism. Maine emphasized that while fans may think their words online are harmless, they can leave lasting emotional scars. Alden is not the type to just brush things off, Maine reportedly expressed. He takes things to heart, and it hurts him more than people realize. This statement struck a chord with many fans, especially those who have followed their journey since the peak of their partnership. The bond between Maine and Alden has always been more than just entertainment. It's rooted in mutual respect and understanding, so when Maine speaks up for him, it carries weight. What makes this situation even more important is the reminder it gives about the responsibility that comes with being part of a fandom. While passion and support are beautiful, they can sometimes cross the line into toxicity. Criticism, when expressed harshly or repeatedly, can become overwhelming, especially for someone constantly under public scrutiny. Maine's call is simple but powerful: choose kindness. Instead of fueling negativity, she encourages people to uplift, support, and respect Alden, not just as a celebrity, but as a human being with real emotions. Her defense also highlights a broader issue in today's digital age: the normalization of online hate. It has become far too easy to type words without considering their impact. But behind every screen is a real person who reads, feels, and remembers. Fans who truly care about Alden, Maine suggests, should show it in a positive way. Support his projects, celebrate his achievements, and most importantly, respect his mental and emotional well-being. As this message continues to circulate, many supporters have started echoing Maine's sentiment, flooding social media with messages of love instead of criticism. It's a small but meaningful shift, proving that compassion can still win. But beyond the trending hashtags and viral posts, there's a deeper story unfolding, one about loyalty, friendship, and emotional truth. Maine's decision to speak up wasn't driven by publicity, it was driven by genuine concern for someone she knows personally. In an industry where silence is often easier, her voice stood out. Those close to Alden have long described him as someone who gives his all, not just in his performances, but in his relationships. He invests emotionally, whether it's in his work, his fans, or the people he cares about. And because of that, negativity doesn't just pass by him, it lingers. Maine's message sheds light on something many people overlook: strength and sensitivity can coexist. Alden may appear confident and composed in public, but that doesn't mean he is immune to pain. In fact, it's often those who seem strongest who feel things the deepest. This moment has also prompted a wave of reflection among fans. Many have started asking themselves important questions. Are we supporting or hurting the people we admire? Are our words building or breaking? The answers aren't always comfortable, but they are necessary. Social media has given fans a powerful voice, but with that voice comes responsibility. Maine's appeal is not about silencing opinions. It's about encouraging empathy. It's about remembering that behind every trending topic is a human being navigating real emotions. Interestingly, this situation has also strengthened the respect many people have for Maine. By choosing compassion over silence, she reminded everyone what it truly means to stand by someone. Not just during success, but during moments of vulnerability. And as for Alden, the growing wave of support may serve as a reminder that while negativity can be loud, kindness can be louder when people choose it. In the bigger picture, this isn't just about two celebrities. It's about a culture shift, a chance to redefine what it means to be a fan, to move away from criticism-driven narratives and toward genuine support. Because at the end of the day, fame does not erase humanity. Emotions don't disappear under the spotlight, and words, whether kind or cruel, always leave an impact. Maine Mendoza's heartfelt defense stands as a powerful reminder. Before we comment, before we judge, before we speak, think of the person on the receiving end. Because sometimes the most meaningful thing we can give isn't attention or opinion, it's understanding. Understanding that behind every smile on camera, every polished interview, and every viral moment, there is a person who carries unseen battles. Alden Richards may be admired by millions, but admiration does not shield him from pain. If anything, it sometimes amplifies it, because the higher the pedestal, the harder the fall when criticism comes crashing down. Maine Mendoza knows this reality all too well. Having grown up in the same spotlight, she understands how quickly public opinion can shift. One day you are celebrated. The next you are questioned, dissected, and judged. That's why her voice carries so much weight, not just as a friend, but as someone who has lived through the same pressures. And perhaps that is what makes her plea so powerful. It is not rooted in defense alone, but in experience. She isn't asking people to blindly praise Alden or ignore their opinions. She is asking for balance, for humanity. For people to remember that words, once released into the world, cannot be taken back. In many ways, this moment feels like a turning point, a quiet but meaningful pause in the noise of online culture, a reminder that even in a fast-moving digital world, empathy should never be left behind. Support doesn't always have to be loud. It doesn't need to trend or go viral. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing not to say something hurtful. Sometimes it's about scrolling past negativity instead of adding to it. And sometimes it's about standing up, like Maine did, and reminding others of what truly matters. Because kindness in its purest form is not weakness. It is strength. And for Alden, knowing that there are still people who choose to understand rather than judge might be more powerful than any award or recognition. It's the kind of support that doesn't just uplift a career, it protects a heart. As fans continue to reflect on Maine's message, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just a story about defending someone from hate. It's a story about redefining how we treat people we admire, about choosing compassion in a space that often rewards cruelty. So the next time a comment is about to be typed or a judgment is about to be made, maybe Maine's words will echo in the background, not as a warning, but as a gentle reminder. Be kind, be mindful, be human. Because in the end, understanding isn't just something we give, it's something that can truly change everything.